Wouldn't be important. Is it,
Oh, we're live.
we're live? All right.
Okay. Okay. Good talk, everyone.
I was like, I was doing the hi, hello, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Nincompoops podcast. It's your boy Paul, along with your other boys, Dean and Jim, and another very special boy, Joram.
Hello,
Hello,
my name.
hello,
Jerome.
guys.
Hello. Pardon the 5 seconds of nothing happening. Paul had a little stroke before he gave that little intro.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I've been doing ever since we started doing the podcast is whenever Dean says, "All right, we're live," I count like 10 seconds in my head to start because isn't there like always like a delay going on?
There is.
Yeah.
There is. So I'm like, I wasn't sure when the start was. So when I heard Dean say, "We're live," I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start counting. 5 seconds in, Jim said like, "Okay, good talk, boys." I'm like, "Hey, you fucked it up. You messed it up." I was counting. I was doing the thing.
All right, but yeah, here we are. Just a couple days from Christmas, and as you can see, we have a special guest here, Dean.
Mhm.
Welcome, Dean, to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, other than that, we got our boy Joram back for today's episode. He's in the middle of some city with stuff going on.
Literally a floating head within a city. It's
But
like,
No, he's at the
Yeah, it's-
he's at the second floor sitting down.
but yeah, it's been a minute.
I know
Joram, how
about
you
that.
been?
There's all these people behind me. You know,
they're all
hopefully
they're
they're
Christmas
not
shopping.
it's not too noisy in this virtualized city that looks from the looks of it.
And it looks a little busy during that late Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
Getting them presents. Because they're like, oh shit, Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, I got that thing called kids. That
Kids?
I get to give presents.
Oh, I was about to say, like, you got kids, dude? Since when?
It's been a
What?
week. He's had kids.
Yeah. So like,
In
What
1
secret
week.
family have you been hiding?
It's like secret Eskimo family up north.
We live in.
That's all the snow. That's why. Oh shit, that's his kid right there in the background. See that little blue fellow? And
Yeah, he's
that's
grabbing
his
me
kid.
a coffee.
That's his kid. Oh my god. I was there the entire time. We didn't realize.
He's handing me his coffee. Look at that.
Wait, why do you and Jim have the same kid?
Oh,
We can't explain it. We stole
Is-
the kid. That's why.
Is polygamy acceptable up where you are? Or are you two father? Or you're both? Oh my god, you're both daddies. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Ah.
We stole this kid from someone else's house.
Oh, it's that type of household.
Oh no. Oh no.
We'll give him back after we get the 10 million ransom. I mean donation.
And what's this donation fund for?
Just so me and Jim can go on vacation.
You know, I can accept that. That's a good cause. I can.
and in the
get behind
meantime, we have free labor, so it works out for everybody.
that. Mm.
Does it really work out for everyone? I feel like the only party getting benefits out of this is you and Dean.
He
The poor
gets
child.
experience. Think about it. He'll-
Yeah, this is valuable work experience.
Wow, you're literally one of those people who like put up the signs and like, "Hey, we're
Hey.
hiring."
He's gonna put this on his application for Starbucks one of these days. This is
Yeah.
just warm up, you know.
It's tough love.
Can make a mean cop with Joe.
You teach your kids the value of work early, even if they're not your kids. Even if they're kids you just took.
Big brain. And then once the parents give us the 10 million, they have an experienced kid that can clean, cook.
Yeah. So in the end, they're not paying for the ransom. They're paying for the kid's experience in the workplace.
he'll,
You know.
He'll grow up very a well-mannered adult.
So in some sick way, you're teachers.
Yes.
Teachers.
It's a thankless job, really. You know, like don't ever thank us for this.
Uh huh. So how you guys been? It's been like a week since our last talk. Anything new
And
going on?
quite a few months since Joram's last time here.
Indeed.
Yeah. When was the last time I was here? It's been a
Was
while.
it our debate, Joram? Because if that was last time, it's been like
It might have
months.
been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been because yeah. Oh, who was
Who
here?
was?
Kenny was in that podcast. I remember.
Yeah.
Jeffrey might have been there. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Well,
Jeff,
Jeff
not that
was
one.
there. That was a long time
Okay.
ago.
Jeffrey was in the RTC episode we did,
Oh,
and
that's
that
right.
was like January of
Yeah,
this year.
That was the last one before the debate that I remember.
Wait, it's been like almost a year since Jeffrey's last appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
We've been doing
Time
this
flies.
with Jeffrey.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while. It's just we're on episode 65 now, which I didn't know would be going this long, but
Mm-hmm.
but that we're here, and then Joram's making his like fourth or fifth appearance now. I don't
believe
know,
so.
something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but, as always, since it's always been like a gap every time you come on, how you been, Joram?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Just been really busy with school.
I hate
What do you
school.
call it?
Like the last time, like you and I saw each other, Jerome, was when we were at your house, like, celebrating like a friend going off into the
Yeah.
military, into the Navy,
Yes,
well-
that was the last time.
little eatery, and playing some maths, like 24 was it?
Math. Yes, that was BS. Because there's no way some of those math adds up that quickly in your mind.
Hey, I mean, it worked. It's a weird game that. Because when I got there, I'm like, this is dumb. I don't want to play. But then you just look at it like, all right, I'm playing even though I'm eating. I'm trying not to be involved, but I'm playing anyways.
That was also the first time in a while that I've actually like hung out with friends too. So yeah, since like the whole pandemic's been ongoing.
Yeah.
And it's also affected our friend group too. We don't like even apart from Dean moving to a different city, like we just haven't been hanging out as much as we used to. Like in the first like year or two, we hung out like if not every week, then every other week. And now it's like less frequent than that. I think just because everyone just has gotten that bug of just want to stay inside as well. And then there's also the whole pandemic with the whole like, lockdown and everything. You can't go anywhere really. It's just that whole thing.
It's been like what, 2 years now
Yeah,
since
just
the pandemic
about.
started.
Just
2 years
about.
about 2 years since the discovery of COVID. Yes, and then for lockdown, we're getting close to 2 years in a few months for the lockdown part, or at least the quarantine part. The lockdown has changed quite a bit ever since the vaccines came out. But yeah,
Yeah, I remember. I keep iterating this. Like, I keep remembering whenever I talked about at the beginning of the pandemic. Like, all right, I thought it was going to last like 2 to 3 years, and people told me like, nah, that's crazy. It's going to be like a couple months, and here we are. But it doesn't really take a genius to like kind of like saw this coming, to be honest. So I'm just tooting my own horn, just for the sole purpose of tooting my own horn.
but I think everyone just wanted it to be like over in a year. So like, I just want to go back to normal. It's just that hope of wanting to go back to normal.
I mean, it's like a very like common human trait because like you always hear like stories like from back in the day whenever like a war is going on, people are like, "Oh, geez, guys, we're going to war with the Germans." I don't know what this voice is. This is not even English. It is not even like a
That's his
English
real
accent.
accent, by the way. He's been trying to fake his like fake American accent right now.
It's like we're going to war with the Germans. All right, don't worry, it's gonna be a quick war. It'll be done by Christmas, and it's spoiler for both World War I and World War II. It's never done by Christmas.
Yeah.
Same with COVID. Not done by Christmas.
Yeah, this might be the new normal.
No, I could totally understand that.
Yeah.
But despite that, I hope that because Paul, Dean, and I hang out like once every few weeks. I'm hoping we get you in one of those one of these days because we don't hang out very often, even before COVID, and just nice thing to get together again. Even it's a little more difficult nowadays than it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
totally.
have to be the chauffeur for another house, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I kind of mind, but I say I don't mind just to be nice.
What have you
But
guys
yeah,
been up to?
I want to go
well,
first.
I mean, it's pretty much just like job searching right now. I scheduled for a job for the TSA. I have like a take like a computer based test next week. So
Okay.
I'll be that guy at that airport, that asshole who's like, "All right, open up your bags. All right, let's see what you have to hide. Take off your shoes. Take off your belt. Okay. All right. Now
Take
stand
off the
over in this
gloves.
thing and let me like check
Take
you
off your
out. Okay.
clothes.
All right. This is purely professional. Don't worry, sir. Okay. I'm gonna be that guy. Hopefully.
I've seen enough movies to know that you can be hiding something up your butt, so I'll have to check your butt.
Okay,
You
man.
smuggling drugs in there? You smuggling drugs?
Okay, you sir with the beard and the turban. This is purely coincidental. All right, just come over here. All right, it's not racial profiling or anything. Okay,
This
I'm just
definitely
it's just for.
wasn't racial profiling or anything. You were just selected randomly.
Oh, that white gentleman over there. All right, you can go on through. Sir. It's just a test. Okay, I just picked you at random. It's just how it is. Okay. I'm gonna be that guy, hopefully. I'll be that asshole. That's what I've been just been like job searching recently because as I mentioned before in the past, like I didn't get selected for the OCS class for this January, so I have to wait till the springboard and hopefully go up for the class in June. So now I'm just like I'm on the job search because my bank account be getting low, and yeah. And semi unrelated news, I've learned to disassemble an M4 yesterday at an armory. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's
it's
pretty cool.
pretty cool. It's pretty simple, but at the same time, part of it was like a little bit more difficult than I thought. But I was like, all right, cool. I'm learning stuff. But yeah, other than that, nothing new really.
Yeah, same here. Nothing new. Just play
Mhm.
games, take a nap.
Played the games. We've been trying to like think about getting back into PUBG because we're idiots.
Yeah. So we have depression.
Mm-hmm. Just like video games have just been like getting kind of like stale for us.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it's probably due to the fact we only play the same games over and over, so that's probably why it's stale. But it's hard. It's hard to move on to new things, you know,
Yeah. You know
that
what?
everyone is
You
interested
know what I
in.
just saw on sale?
What?
Power washer simulator.
Power
It's
washer
on
simulator.
sale. It's finally here.
I've seen people play that. I'm like, that's a good like Twitch game to just like talk shit about stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Nothing much has really changed. I'm still like applying for graduate school. Work. I have a month left, I think, until they boot me off the site because the site's closing.
Oh
So
yeah.
either I'm gonna be changing sites or I'm going to be looking for a new job temporarily or something else. I don't fucking know.
Like-
I never know this job. They told us that we were gonna lose our jobs like for months. They just never told us when until like recently. Even then, that's still not like final. So it's just like okay. I just go in every week, just wondering if this is the week.
Don't forget
But
to take the bonus if they offer a bonus. Take the bonus and then quit.
other than that, it's not much else. I've been playing video games by myself sometimes and sometimes with friends.
Not us.
About it.
Dean and I aren't those friends.
No.
No,
But yeah,
It's a different game.
that's true.
Yeah, no, aside from school, like I hang out with my cousins, obviously, and then yeah, I just play games to pass the time. And ever since school's ended, well, I've been a lot busier, because me and my family, we're planning to go to Tahoe tomorrow, and we'll be there
What?
until the
Oh.
26th.
Whoa. Hot damn.
So
That's,
yeah,
that's
we've
some news to drop.
yeah, well, me, yeah, it's a bunch of my family members, and we're renting out a cabin in Tahoe, and we'll be there for Christmas up until the 26th. So we've been busy preparing for that. But I mean, ever since school ended, I've just been Yeah, I've just been playing video games basically for the most part.
Damn. I haven't gone to Lake Tahoe in like years.
No, same here.
I've never been to Lake Tahoe.
You ever? I mean, that, and also I haven't like seen snow in years either.
Same here. I mean,
Mhm.
hail.
I've never seen
Hail's
snow.
like the closest thing.
Hell, yeah, it is.
It's been
It
a
is. There was like this time when I was like in the.
Closest thing.
There was this time when I was in the 5th grade at my elementary school, and one day, apparently just started hailing like crazy outside, and it hailed so much that it legit looked like snow outside. And I remember me and all the other kids were like, "It's snow!" We ran outside of the classroom because our teachers let us out to like go play in the hail snow, and we tried to make like snowballs, but it was hail, so we're just like throwing pretty much ice rocks at each other.
Crushed ice.
It was amazing. It was like we tried to do all the things that you see on the TV with like, oh, this is what you do snow. You try to make snowballs, try to make snowmen, try to like make snow angels or something, but like it's just rocks. But we were happy just because it's like the closest thing we had to like snow ever. And
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was a dumb kid, so like I associated winter with snow, and so when growing up here, I never saw it snow, so I'm like, oh, winter just doesn't exist here. Like I thought the seasons just didn't exist. Like and everywhere else in the world, it's like summer, fall, winter, spring. Here, I thought it was just summer, fall, spring. Like
I mean
winter
it's technically true, but
yeah, but winter still exists. Just it
it
doesn't
exists.
take
Yeah.
form in snow here. And I saw it. I've seen it hail a couple of times. That was always kind of cool, but it's always like a second where it hails and it just like it disappears. Or sleet, or I think it's called. Is it sleet? It's the other one. It's like similar to hail, but it's not. It's like it's still kind of like icy, but it's not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Is it kind of like
I have
a
to search it up.
slush almost?
Yeah, kind of like that.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
But that happens every now and then. It's always wild, but it's always like a second before it disappears. And I think like last year or 2 years ago, like it snowed in SF for the first time in like ever. And
Really?
apparently that was pretty wild for them because before that it was just something that just like it had to go somewhere else for, but it happened there for like the first time. And it only happened like during like one day though, but it never happened again, obviously.
Oh wait, you know what? I think I remember seeing that in the news. I remember like it was a big deal for them.
Yeah. Or another thing that happened there was that they saw lightning for the first time or some shit too. Like
What is that flash of light? I call it lightning. Ah.
There must be a way to harness the energy from that.
Yeah, and then they tossed out like a lightning rod, like oh,
I wonder what
that looks so pretty.
Dude, it's like so boring where we live. There's like almost nothing happens with the weather. It's like when you're like talking about like lightning and thunder. I was just like, man, when was the last time I saw even that?
No,
It's been a hot minute.
We add a little flare. We make it really hot, and then everything just catches on fire.
You know what? We have wildfires.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
our
have that.
weather is sunny, and the other weather is wildfires.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
And then there's the occasional earthquake.
Yeah.
And sometimes the sky is like the dark red. Sometimes.
Yeah. We like to spice it up a bit here.
No, we're not spicing up enough. All right, that's the wrong type of spice, like wildfires. All right,
What do you want?
That I'm like,
tsunami? Is that what you want?
You want hurricanes fall? You want hurricanes?
dude, I just want like snow and like autumn, fall. The nice change of like seasons. All right, like a little bit of like variety, not just like summer like 24/7. Okay,
I
and
like
yes,
spring.
summer nighttime as well. Okay, it gets boring. All right, I'm not asking for like end of civilization, like cataclysmic events. I'm just asking for like
That's
snow.
California. There's no in between. It's fair weather, and there's like some earth destroying that kills everything. Like natural disaster. There's nothing else in between. Sometimes you get rain. That's about it though.
That's like exciting. Like when we get rain, I'm like, oh, something's happening. Something's
That's
happening
like-
with the
that's
sky.
like- That happens like 5 times every year. And then
Water's falling from the sky. Oh my god,
The sky's crying. It's happening, guys. It's happening.
I'm crying too. It's so beautiful.
What
And
is
then
this
it goes
mystical
away within a
liquid?
couple minutes.
Yeah, rain is good.
Rain is good. That's like pretty much the most amount of variety we get. And even that is like rare. Except for like certain seasons.
Typhoons. I think typhoons are fun.
Typhoons?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
It's where it's like really
The water tornado? Is that what it is?
Kinda. It's like heavy rain and then strong winds.
There's a difference between typhoons and hurricanes, right?
Yeah,
I think some of these names differ depending on what region you're in. Because I think in Japan it's a monsoon, I believe it's called. But here in the states it's a
tsunamis.
hurricane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the name of the windstorm is different depending on what place you are in the world. I don't know much more than that though.
I remember hearing about like El Ninos and El Ninas when I was like younger, but I forgot what those were exactly. Or just like name of like storms or hurricanes.
I remember hearing those and I just be like, wait, why are they Hispanic? Like, is it because they like?
We're trying to be inclusive with our storms, you know?
Do they originate from like Latin America and then they make their way up or something?
You know what? That could be it, to be honest. That could be it. But, you know, I'm talking my ass. I know nothing about
like
the weather.
Where the thing originated.
Mm-hmm. Like, if we lived in a region where, you know, this stuff was actually consequential to our lives, like, you know, like Florida. Tornadoes or, like, you know, stuff that can actually kill us besides
Florida with like the annual like 8 hurricanes.
Yeah, exactly. Then we'd probably know. But to everyone else, we're just ignorant Californians.
They ring in hurricanes there like they ring in the new year. You know, as soon as it's hurricane season, they start ringing the bell. Oh, hurricane season, guys!
Hey, time for a party!
They do it like they light the thing on fire and then they see it on the tower. They do it like the ring style. Hurricane season's coming.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
We just don't get one.
What if like they don't have hurricane drills only because they happen all the time anyway? So like the hurricane itself is a hurricane drill.
How would a hurricane drill go? That's what.
This is a category 2 hurricane. This is a good practice.
I assume you pretty much just like board up your house and then just like try to evacuate.
Alright, kids, hurricane drill. Get your life jackets. Get
your rowboats.
Get your rowboats going. Get your ladders for when we need to go on the roof.
See, you're lucky this is a category 2 because the next one's a category 3. So this one's gonna get you prepared for the next one. That's happening in a month. So just like, you know, this will be on the exam, everybody.
Yeah, actual drills are actual hurricanes.
Professor, what do we do if it's a category 4? Oh no, you don't want to know.
Category 4 is now your
3 months from now. So your practice on the category 3, we're preparing for the category 4.
Categories are there for hurricanes anyway.
I think 5 or 6.
I want to say 5, but that's because that's like the default number for a lot of things.
Yeah. I know typhoons have like 5 categories.
Alright, there are 5 types or categories of hurricanes. The scales of categories is called the Serif-Simpson Hurricane Scale, and the categories are based on wind speed. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So higher numbers mean big wind,
Yeah.
is what I've gotten from that.
I've had a Cat 5 typhoon before in Japan. We saw like the car move from the parking lot. That was fun. That was funny to watch.
Oof. How far did it move?
Oh, it went like It went 3 parking spaces.
Hot damn, that's crazy.
That's a significant movement.
It is
Yeah.
and we're just goofing around the balcony like, look at the car. Look at the car move. We were dumb. They even told us to like shut the windows and like, you know, don't go out the balcony. But we're like, you know, we're stupid.
Meanwhile, the owner's like, my car. He's like, help
I
me.
would be that guy. Who's like,
you just see Dean and them laughing. He's like, help me.
We can't help you. They told us not to go outside.
The guy comes out and is like, I hate that parking spot. I didn't want to get moved there. That has a bad parking spot. There's not enough room to move out.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, and then I think a tree fell down in a different area near the barracks. That was scary. Because it was like a big tree that fell. We're just like...
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Good thing nobody got hurt.
Yeah, no, those are the only things I see like whenever it's like on TV or on the news. Like it's like stuff I've like never experienced. So it's like wild to me. Like it looks like really scary, but at the same time, like
It's very exciting.
I'm sure it's exciting. I reckon it is, but it's like that weird like disassociation I get whenever I see that kind of stuff because like I've just never experienced it before. It's
Dude,
like
imagine if California was a hurricane state, because like we already get flooded off like just slightly more rain than usual. You know, like that's enough for us to flood. Imagine we got a hurricane. Like we would get destroyed.
We would get destroyed. Like you just see like a lot of like car crashes off to the side of the road, even when it's like heavy rain season.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just like don't know how to handle it.
I could
Just because
also
we're not used to
imagine
it.
how destroyed SF would be.
Everyone would be in like
for
boat
sure.
cars instead of like Tesla cars. It's boat cars. You know, the car's amphibious.
Hybrid cars.
Yeah.
We'll be like Venice, just like rowing boats everywhere,
Yeah.
singing men in the back, just like oh.
We'll be
Boy, this is
singing
yodeling.
sea shanties while we get moved around.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love these sea shanties. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, but the only thing we have to worry about is our earth. I mean, besides the wildfire thing that happens all the time, there's earthquakes, and I think we talked about this before. But it's like, yeah, we prepare at school and stuff, but then it never happens. But we just know that when it does happen, it's gonna be a big one.
Yeah, there's always been talk like of a big one for years now,
Yeah.
and it's going to happen at one point, I reckon, because I base this off like zero knowledge or experience or expertise on the subject. I just like trust people who are smarter than me about it. You're like, okay,
Yeah, a decade ago, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna come. It's overdue, so it's gonna be bigger than usual. I'm like, okay, and then a decade later, now in the present, they're still saying that. I'm like, well, shit.
It must be super overdue. Like the only ones we get are like, I don't know if it's maybe just me or the only earthquakes I know only seem to happen at night or like the early morning when I'm like passed out and asleep. Maybe on the off chance that like maybe I'm awake, I'm like, what was that?
And then like one or two people post on like Facebook or whatever saying like,
Yeah.
man, do you guys feel that? And then like everyone's like, oh yeah, man, totally, I feel that too. And that, that's it.
And you're the only one out of the loop. You're like, what?
Yeah, it's, like in our city, it's like based off what area you live in. Because when your area, Paul, gets earthquakes, mine doesn't get it. So I'm just like, what are you talking about? I didn't feel nothing.
Most of the earthquakes that happen around our area also are like either to the south of San Jose or like somewhere like eastern part of us more.
Yeah.
Like, we'll feel it here, but it's like so minimal where it's not even like
Yeah.
noticeable to like 95% of people.
Let's just go to Japan, where it's like normal.
Where earthquakes are just normal. Instead, just like, oh, you don't have to worry about the big one. You just have to worry about it like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, you move to Japan, it'll just be like daily or regular earthquake drills, and then when you go back to California, it's like, okay, now I was ready for this. I lived through 80 of them back in Japan. Now that I'm here, I'm ready for the real one. Let's go, bring it on.
But when we went to Japan, we didn't experience any earthquakes, right? It's just like just rained all the time.
We got really lucky.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how regular are the earthquakes there?
It's very often. Like,
really? Wow.
yeah, they're like small magnitude, like 3. It could go to 5 sometimes, but like it's very often.
Oh, just small ones.
Because when I used to live there, it would like earthquake, and I'd be like, here we go, the fucking building shaking. Ooh.
Yeah, Japan.
I'm going to bed.
Japan really seems like such a unfortunate state because they have, when it comes to natural disasters, they have earthquakes and floods, and usually the floods come after the earthquake, so you just get hit by both like a 1-2 punch. It just seems unfortunate because they can't do anything about it. It's not like they can just drive off to fucking China or some shit because they're just stuck in the island.
Yeah.
And then the fucking tsunami.
Oh yeah, that too.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Like what was the big Japan? Was it 2011? Was the
it was
big Japan one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing videos of that, and I'm just like,
and that's like usually like one of my biggest like worries or like fears. Well, not I wouldn't say fears, but like worries. Like if and when that giant ass earthquake hits the state, that big one that's overdue. My like worry is like, what if like for some I'm that unlucky bastard where the Earth just like opens up beneath me and just like takes me in. I'm just like, well, I guess I'm gonna like just fall to my death just because I just had to be unlucky. That was it. Like you've seen those movies.
Yeah, in the movies, like those first victims, or like those random passerbys who just get engulfed in the ground. I'm like, oh, well,
I doubt
there's an extra.
The only fault line we have is what? San Andreas? Fault line?
I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty big one. That's like across the entire state.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're not in that fault line, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, or like seeing any like stuff where people would be like sucked into like the grounds. Because I remember seeing like a video like I don't remember like several months ago, and fortunately there's no one inside of a car. I think this happened like in Asia or like Japan or something.
Yeah, and they fixed it so fast. I was like, dude.
It was like something like apparently they like paved over the road or like the parking lot over like old like a sinkhole or a well or something, and legit like the car just like sitting there normally, and all of a sudden just see it just like the floor collapse and the vehicle just like sank into like mud all of a sudden, like a perfectly sized hole for the car, and just like it was like gone within seconds. You're like,
yeah,
you're thinking like, I hope there's like no one in that car because they're dead.
Is that called the? I forgot what that's called. But yeah.
Yeah. So when the last time I saw that video, I was like, oh god, I hope that doesn't happen to me. That's like scary.
Yeah.
Because like even if you like could get out of the vehicle in that specific situation, or like knew how to get out of the vehicle, like there's like no room. Because like you're pretty much just like trapped, so you're just gonna drown in mud.
I think it depends how fast the mud's sucking you in.
It was quick. It was like within like gone within a second.
You had to really act fast.
Yeah, exactly. And chances are I'd be like my seat's like reclined. I'm like trying to take a nap, so I'm not gonna be like responding in time.
You wake up like, why is it so dark? I guess it's nighttime. You know, oh shit, I'm buried here.
Sleep. You go back to sleep. It's nighttime. I'll go back to sleep.
Yep.
And he never woke up again.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways, maybe Joram, you'll have that good fortune of like experiencing some earthquakes while you and your family go to Japan next year.
Oh man, I hope we're able to go next year. Hopefully there's.
Oh, is that still happening? This would be happening in June, right? Of 2022.
I think Japan's still strict with their.
Yeah, they're still not allowing tourists in unless you have like a valid like reason to why you're there.
I think it's like far easier if we go in there as like a native Japanese person rather like than a foreigner trying to be a tourist and everything.
Yeah,
but even then you have to like quarantine for like a couple of days at like some kind of hotel.
Yeah.
So
you need like a work visa to be actually let in.
So as of right now, it's still a plan. We're not sure if it'll fully.
That sucks.
We'll be going just because of like.
Because if you were want to go like this summer, you would have to like start planning soon, as in like like a month or two from now. And with this, the way the world is, it's gonna be pretty low chance of that happening.
Yeah.
Plane tickets are also uber expensive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my family and I like trying to visit my sister up in like Oregon about like couple weeks ago, a month ago, and I think the plane ticket just for like a one-way plane ticket was like $800. Not even like going back.
It was very last minute.
Wait, from California to Oregon?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think
it was like
it's very last minute too.
Yeah, probably last minute, but even then,
still,
it's crazy.
800 is pretty crazy for like just like from two states that border each other.
Time to drive there.
That's what we had to do. We had to drive there, and I hate like long car trips.
Yeah, we need
how long's the drive from here to Oregon?
It took us around like 9 to 10 hours. About.
That's not so bad.
That's not super bad.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. But even like 2 hours is like a long time for me, just because like I get bored of it. I'm just like complaining the entire time, like give me trains. I want a bullet train. God damn it, this sucks.
I'm not
You drive
looking
your car
forward
into
to
the train tracks.
I'm not looking forward to the drive to Tahoe. It's supposed to be about 3 to 4 hours, but I know it's gonna be more with all the traffic and whatnot, and this trying to get.
Oh
This.
yeah, because it's Tahoe season 2.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I do
I
not
remember
want
those.
to get
I hated car rides.
traffic, man.
Ron had the idea. I think we mentioned this before. That we were gonna have a road trip to Texas, and you know the idea of like, oh, let's have a road trip adventure from here to Texas. It sounds fun for like the first 1 second you think about it, but after that you're like, wait, no, it's not fun, and then it stops being fun.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were gonna mention like the planned Tahoe trip, but where we actually thought about going, legit.
Oh, like this year? Oh,
no, not this year. It was like
or 2 years ago.
2019, beginning 2019, New Year's.
Yeah. That was another idea that he had, and that did not come to happen. Hence why I still haven't been to Tahoe.
Yep.
But I don't know. That'd be kind of a neat thing to do one of these days, I guess. But it's always expensive, though, right?
Yeah.
The whole like lodging and
how much
and
is
everything.
The cabin rental?
Shoot, I don't remember, but it is very expensive.
Yes. Oof.
Is it like
we split it amongst the 4 families that are going? So.
Oh,
right,
4 families.
That's a lot of splitting.
Cabin?
Yeah. So like,
it's a
is the
big
total
cabin.
at least 300? Can you at least like?
Well, I feel like it's more than
know
300.
that.
Let me, actually, let me look it up.
I think it's more than 300. I can guarantee you, if it's a big cabin. He's like, yeah, we did it for 10 grand.
No, it is not. It is not 10.
We all give up 1 kidney to go on this trip.
Each family member donated a kidney.
Ooh.
Dude.
Ooh.
All right, Paul, let's start.
No.
Look, you have 6 months to recover.
I need 2. I need my 2 kidneys. I need both of them.
You don't even.
Yes, I do.
Fine.
I need both kidneys. All right.
No,
I lose when I die.
Both. You just need 1.
I need 2. Fuck everyone else.
I don't drink, so I want to keep both my healthy kidneys. So no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Dean's and Kenny's, they can afford to lose 1. It's already like almost gone anyway at this point.
It's a strong kidney. That's for sure.
The sailors, the Navy, man. I mean, like, what, Dan and Kenny hadn't, like, drunk a whole lot. As of recently, I reckon.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, last time I drank was, like, when, it's that one...
Ron's B-Day?
Oh, yeah, was that his birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was? Yeah.
A big get together.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I drank. It's been several months.
Really? Months? I reckon, like, it's at least since before the pandemic.
Yeah, I would say at least a year. Or...
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it's because before you weren't here during the pandemic, but I did drink during the pandemic. It just wasn't often, obviously.
I see. Got you.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's been like maybe twice this pandemic, maybe 3 times, but that's about it. Even then, it's not like I don't even know if it's 3 times, maybe less.
The last time I drank was like last weekend.
Last weekend? You alcoholic,
this guy's been chilling.
Alcoholic.
I had like a couple glasses of wine, but that's it.
Ah.
Oh, you're a wine guy.
He's trying to hide his alcoholism with.
He wants to be a
fancy
wine dad.
The
That's
last time I drank, I think a bit was Thanksgiving. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I probably had like a few shots of soju and like a beer. So.
Yeah, I think I asked this. Yeah, I asked this like Dean yesterday, cause you said like I asked like when do you think we're gonna hang out next? Like do a holiday hangout and all that. I asked about like the house blessing, and he said like probably gonna do that like after next year or something, or after New Year's or something like that.
New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
we could do some. Actually, maybe not with Joram, but we can do something New Year's Eve if everyone's free, because I'm not, it's a Friday, so I don't have work that day. Yeah, I think everyone else should be free, right? I would assume so. I mean,
Yeah.
Joram, he's probably gonna deal with his family, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be with my fam.
Yeah. I think the only conflict I have would be like I did schedule a test today for next Wednesday for the whole TSA thing, and I think they said like it would take like 2.5 hours. I was just like, they said like the test would contain like an English portion just to see how well my English is. So I hope I do well on that and how well I recognize shapes. So I guess I'll just be doing that whole like square shape, a round hole sort of thing, and like hopefully make it fit. That'll be the test.
Circle goes in the square hole, and the triangle goes in the square hole.
And the rectangle goes to the square.
I love that video.
The
That girl's reaction, just like her, just like slowly breaking down and crying, is just like the most glorious thing. I'm not viewers. I'm not being.
She starts off so excited, and then she just like
so excited how
slowly breaks down into madness.
I'm not trying to sound misogynistic. I'm just saying the video was funny. The girl was crying over like everything goes into the square hole. Like apparently the whole purpose of that TikTok video was like just to show from the guys like, hey, this toy, because apparently like he's like a special ed teacher or something like that, and he's like, or like a kid's teacher or something like that, and is like just to prove like, yeah, this tool is kind of shit, just because like kids could just like everything goes into the square hole. Like kids are like, because apparently it's a test to see like how well you can like recognize shapes and like cognitive function. Like obviously the triangle would go in the triangle thing, or like the circle goes in the circle. But if you could just like bypass all that, just like everything goes into square, then it's like it's not like a good test, because then it's just like measuring intelligence with a different way, and not you're failing the test, but at the same time you're passing it through other means. Like the whole like education thing. Like
I think if they made the square hole smaller than it is, and make the square thing itself smaller, it'd have been okay. But because they make everything like comparatively like the same size, it's everything just goes in a square hole.
I think so.
On a completely unrelated topic, I tried out the Burger King chicken sandwich this week.
How was it?
And as you guys may or may not know, I'm a chicken sandwich enthusiast. I enthuse over chicken sandwiches. I love them. Right?
Why did you decide to get the Burger King?
It's close to my house.
Chicken.
It's close to my house.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
It's delicious. Yes.
But I tried it, and I got it. Might just be the location, but I thought it was kind of shit, because like in all the videos I've seen of chicken sandwiches, they're like, yeah, this one's like one of the best and not the best, and I'm just like, okay, and I'm like, okay, there's gotta be something good about it, because Burger King and Popeyes are owned by the same parent company, so I'm like, all right,
really,
it makes sense as to why they might be both considered pretty high tier.
That's
tried it out. Yeah,
I knew that.
Me neither.
I think, yeah, a bunch of the big food chains are connected. Like I think KFC and Pizza Hut are owned by the same parent company. That's probably a bunch.
KFC Pizza Hut thing.
Yeah.
Mix.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense then. Yeah.
I remember seeing like a Taco Bell.
I think Taco Bell as well is also under.
Yeah.
KFC,
There was like one near like my old house when I was young.
And I think those chains are owned by Pepsi. I think Pepsi is the one who owns Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
And I know McDonald's owns quite a bit too. I don't remember which else falls under McDonald's. I know Chipotle it either is or used to be owned by McDonald's, for example. But anyway, so I tried out the Burger King one. It was really disappointing, because I got the spicy one, so they just fucking bathed that shit in fucking sauce, and it was way too much sauce, dude. Like it was too much. I don't like my chicken sandwiches to be wet. I want everything to be like the buns to be fucking dry, and then the chicken to be juicy.
Juicy, crispy.
Like if the bun's is wet, I'd rather be wet by like like a little bit of buttering or some shit rather than fucking just sauce,
Or at
And
least
then
have
the chicken itself. Yeah.
or at least have the chicken coated inside, like for the breading, make it spicier, not just the patty.
Yeah. So they just fucking it's like they just fucking dumped it in sauce and they're like, here you go. And then the chicken itself, it didn't feel like it was like one big piece of chicken. It felt like it was like a couple of chicken tenders glued together to make like a patty,
Really?
Like, and when I bit into it, there was no meat in it. It was just crunch. It was just like crunch, crunchy chicken, like the skin. It was it. It was pretty sad. And and it might just be the location that I ate it from, but it was very disappointing.
It may have been the location, because the one I go to, like, kind of regularly, just because, like, my dad likes to go to Burger King a lot, just because he has coupons. The spicy chicken sandwich I had there was like, you know what? It's pretty good. Like, we had a friend of ours, like, say, like, Burger King chicken sandwich, like, was better than Popeyes. I'm like, alright, we'll see. And, you know what? I'm not saying it's, like, better. I still think Popeyes, like, wins out, but that's still pretty good. So it may have been the location.
Okay, maybe I just need to try another location, but I was disappointed. Like, I did not appreciate my chicken tender patty. I want like a thick chicken,
They gave you
the texture was not satisfying, and then they put way too much fucking sauce all over the damn thing. If it was just on the chicken itself, I would have been okay with it, like like most places do. But the sauce wasn't great either. I didn't care for the sauce. Yeah, it was disappointing. I've also tried the KFC one recently, and I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I don't think I've had the KFC
that
one.
one's not too bad.
Me neither.
It's pretty solid. I think the chicken's not that great in comparison, but it's not bad. Sorry, Joram, you were saying?
The KFC one isn't that bad. If
Yeah.
I were to like rank them, like, well, I haven't had the Burger King one, but Popeyes I thought was really good. I don't think it was like to die over like when it first came out. But
people were.
It was definitely like very overhyped.
Yeah, it was pretty overhyped.
People just went crazy over it. I'm like, what?
People like literally went from store to store in in our area just to get all the fucking chicken sandwiches they can sell on the Facebook black market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it. I think it's a good sandwich, but I'm not.
I think it's the best for the comparatively to the other ones, but I don't think it's like to die worth like fucking being like a fucking hoarder over,
It was almost as bad as that what was that like limited time only event for McDonald's?
Pokemon cards?
Szechuan sauce?
Yeah, no, the sauce.
The Rick and Morty sauce?
Yeah.
Dude, you just buy Szechuan sauce from a fucking Asian market, then bam, there you go.
I'm just like, people, it's just a sauce. It's not even food, it's just a sauce.
They're just like sucking the sauce from the thing. They're not even eating nuggets with it.
They're all just Jeffrey's bad for McDonald's like Szechuan sauce.
I can imagine them just going to McDonald's like, hey, do you have any Szechuan sauce? Oh yeah, sir, didn't we give you some with your nuggets? Oh no, I just want the sauce. And give me a straw while you're at it.
There were so many like cringy videos, like people like going crazy.
Did you see that one person who was like screeching like on the counter? Like he jumped on the counter and started screeching.
Yeah.
He was like, I know my Szechuan sauce.
I know. I see that. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? Why can't you just look? I'm okay with people being individuals. But why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be like a normal human being, bro?
Well, another McDonald's thing, the BTS meal. That was like it didn't get as bad as the Szechuan sauce, but people went crazy over that as well.
All right, I forgot
it was just
about
a regular meal.
What was it? They had like some special sauce for the nuggets as well, right?
Yeah, the nuggets had a special sauce for the BTS meal.
It was a Cajun sauce or something, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But
regular meal.
But apparently people wanted the bag.
They were hoarding the bags. People wanted to hoard the bags. They're like, what the fuck?
Bro, just buy
It's like the Pokemon cards. It's like the Pokemon cards from McDonald's too. Like the McDonald's here would literally have to like announce like, oh, we do not have Pokemon cards like on their like doors about like because people are like buying a Happy Meal just for Pokemon cards.
People be wildin'. People like those special like time offers. Like people just really want them just because like it's limited.
If McDonald's wanted to boost their business even further, they would have had for the Happy Meal or for like a special meal. Like the giveaway should have been toilet paper at the height of the pandemic.
Toilet paper.
It was so dumb.
It has M on it for McDonald's.
The toilet paper thing was so dumb because like the only place that had like a toilet paper shortage was like in Australia. Just because like in Australia they were like the only ones that made their own toilet paper. So everyone else in the world was like fine, but everyone's like, oh shit, there's a shortage, even though there wasn't. It's just only in Australia. That was it. That's like the whole issue. And that low-key, it almost happened again too at the with the whole like I'm blanking. When the ports like shut down and all that, we also had like a shortage as well. Like it low key like rides as well, and you know.
Oh, and the water. Remember the water bottle shortage as well. You know, like people were just like hoarding water.
Yeah.
bottles.
The gallon waters as well were like short. Yeah. I tried to like go to Costco and like my mom was like, get some gallon water. I'm like, okay, ma, and it's just hard to find.
Yeah, to be fair, it was stupid, but I think everyone had the idea when they heard quarantine. They heard like they thought about the movie version where it's like you literally like barricade your house with like you know planks and nails.
Why toilet paper? I understand water and like food, but why toilet paper?
It like doesn't even make sense to like.
To be fair, I think the logic of the toilet paper is like, what else would you use? Like paper towels? Like paper towels are rough. Toilet paper is like soft.
Well,
and people don't have bidets like they should have.
Or if you're Filipino, then you know that you don't need toilet paper.
You just need water.
You just need a water and a cup, okay?
or banana leaves. You know about the banana leaves.
I do know about the banana leaves.
I think when I was in the Philippines, I don't think I used like. Did I use the little cup for my butt whenever I took a poo? I don't think so. I think I just used toilet paper, or if there were any. Cause I remember there was like one in like the bathtub, but I just used that to shower with instead. The whole like that little saucer pan.
Yeah.
The pail.
The pail, yeah, exactly. That's what we use. I don't think I used it because I tried to like use like toilets. Yeah. You grew up with that. You know how to use it. I didn't. So I grew up with like normal showers or whenever I used the toilet, just like you know toilet paper.
Back
before
when I was younger,
I learned to
in the tub, the big tub.
Before I learned about the majesty of bidets and all that. Cause like I don't know, how do you even use like a cup to like splash water? Cause like obviously you can do it, but I reckon it just get very messy and very wet really quick. Cause
you just use your hands with the water, you know, just reach the places.
I suppose. I just if you have a cup, you just like you know just get it, you just like you try to like splash water. It's like all right, I hope it gets.
If you're in that situation, you want to be thorough. Just get a cup of water, use your hands, and you know what? You just give yourself a little, you know, like just to get the hard to reach places out. Okay, that's how you do it. You don't need toilet paper.
I do that when I'm into. Before I had my bidet, I used to like the shower head and do that. Like, I'm in the shower, so like.
Oh, bro, like, people bathe from that. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I go there to get clean. As long as my butt.
You just.
You're not showing his ass.
I'm not pooping in the shower, bro. I poop in the toilet, and then I go in there to like clean and get the bits I miss.
Paul takes a shower at your place and be like, "Oh, Paul, you left a mess, man."
I'm not some kind of animal. I like get the shower head and I like spray like all right, go into like the drain and all that. Okay, I'm not leaving that shit behind. Like I had to like step in there too. I don't want to do that. I was doing it to clean my butt. All right. I don't got no cup, and that was before I had a bidet. So I'm like, when I found out, like, you know what, toilet paper is inadequate. It's not optimized. All right, it's not optimal. So I'm gonna use the shower head instead. That's how it is. All right, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Wouldn't it be easier if you just like didn't shit though? Like that'd be nice.
That would be nice.
If you just like you know like farted your food away or some shit, your shit away. You know, just in the air, there's nothingness. But then no, you have to like go through this whole process.
It would be so much more helpful, especially whenever I go out for like long runs or like a timed race. I'm like, shit, I need to take a crap.
Would you guys ever drink water that's like filtered through your shit? Like you know how those water like those filters that filter water from your shit and everything.
Well, like Bear Grylls and all that.
Your piss. Yeah.
Like survival situation.
It's like cleaned up and everything, but would you guys still drink it knowing that?
Hell no,
How clean is it?
No, it's like properly filtered and everything, but you just it's just that you know it came from yourself.
My poo was in there.
Does it like look? No. Does it look like normal water? Does it look like?
If you didn't know any better, it looks and tastes like regular bottled water. But you know the fact that you know it came from your own shit.
Which regular bottled water? Because some regular waters taste like shit.
If we're talking about water, it tastes like shit. Then Arrowhead.
No,
Arrowhead's the shitty brand. No one likes Arrowhead.
If it tastes like Arrowhead, that's a no for me, man.
Arrowhead and Dasani.
If you
Dasani, yeah,
Dasani. Like Kirkland or Crystal Geyser, I'll be down.
I don't know. I hear people complaining about like these different bottles of water. I don't know if there's like a blessing or a curse. I'll take it as a blessing, but they all taste the same to me. It's all fine.
Some of them have an aftertaste, like Arrowhead.
Arrowhead has a distinct taste to it.
It tastes.
Arrowhead's the only one that has problems.
It all tastes the same to me.
It all tastes the same, but when it's like room temperature, you can taste the difference.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I have Kirkland, but that's just like my family and I go to Costco, so that's where we just get our bottled water.
Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I usually have Crystal Geyser or Kirkland usually.
Yeah, but whenever I get like Arrowhead, I'm not complaining. Like it's water. I don't notice anything different.
Like in a pinch, I'll drink that shit. But like if you give me the choice, nah. Like I ain't drinking doo-doo water today. Like
if you didn't tell me that was poop water, I would probably drink it.
Yeah,
you drink it
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
but no, it's your poop water. You would like be okay with it only if it tasted like Crystal Geyser or.
Yeah.
No, it's poop water.
You just give me a glass of water, like, drink my poop, man. Drink my poop.
Pass it out to your guests. Here you go. I got you some water.
This is the finest water from me.
There are some people out there that exist in the world that like pay money to like eat actual shit. So
wouldn't that be like an unlimited cycle thing though? If you could like filter your piss and shit for water, you just keep drinking that shit. It just comes back over and over if you have the filtering machine.
Theoretically,
it's unlimited. You never have to buy water again. You just need to shit and piss.
That's the true circle of life right there.
That would be my worry though, just because I feel as though like rich people are like rules of rule. Like, hey, let's have this. We'll feed the masses with this instead. We'll have the actual fresh water. Just like the whole.
Would you like would you like Jeff Bezos' shit water? That choice is yours.
Our poop water is better than your poop water. We literally had the same meal.
It's still shit at the end of the day.
You get a bottle of poop water and a cockroach protein bar. That's what you get.
Oh.
Jeff Bezos ate steak and potatoes yesterday, and this is the result. Do you want it? Do you want this? Or do you want Elon Musk's Kentucky Fried Chicken?
You know the Musk fanboys be like, yes, give it to me. Let me eat that shit. I don't know about Jeff Bezos, but the Elon Musk fanboys, they would do that. Some weird sickos. They follow their own leader, man. Because he's kind of a dick.
So you're telling me those girls from Two Girls One Cup were ahead of their time?
Yes, they were from the future.
They were trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
They watched this exact.
The execution was just done poorly. They didn't do the filtering part.
That was a.
They got one vital step. That's all that it was. That's all it was.
That one vital step.
It was recorded in the future. Someone came back in time. It's like this is what your humanity expects to see happen.
But no one understood. They just thought it was. They just thought it was either gross or funny, or both.
How did any of you guys? That's probably weird to talk about. How did any of you guys come to like see Two Girls One Cup? If you guys had,
Someone just said,
I haven't heard
Someone
watched
just
it.
showed it to
you
me.
didn't watch it.
yeah. So,
I heard it. I heard about it.
Yeah, a friend
Yeah.
showed me, so that's how I saw
They
it.
were just like, hey, have you seen Two Girls One Cup? No? Okay, watch this. There you go.
My eyes are still innocent.
A friend told me about it in middle school, and I want to go check it out.
Going into that video, I really thought it was just like two girls like eating an ice cream cone or something.
Mhm.
And
I remember seeing like a reaction video for that, and someone said the exact same thing. It was like, it just chocolate ice cream. It's not that bad. If you think of it like that, it's not that bad.
they're saying, don't worry about it.
You know, I wonder how much those girls got paid to do that. Because
We should have been worried.
Not enough. Not enough. You know,
They're
not
from
enough.
The future, yes.
They did it for science, so they didn't they didn't need money.
Nah. They did that for a paycheck. They didn't pay them enough to do that shit.
Assuming that it was from the future, it was probably from old.
Do you think this is like a new Two Girls One Cup for this generation, or do you think like that's like internal, like it's like a rite of passage almost, you know, like?
I don't want to know. What?
I've heard there's like
What other thing could they possibly do? Like, what other thing could they like? What? How much more nasty can you get from that? Is what I'm trying to.
Hey, you can do two
don't
cups,
know.
one girl. All right.
Yeah.
I've heard about this like one like cam girl that does like gaping videos. I was like, it's like Kiss Sis or something like that, and where she just like
Anime.
It's like no, is it anime? Or not? It's not anime, but it's like an actual.
I'm just saying that's an anime. That's it.
I know.
Okay, all right. Well, there's like someone else with like a very similar name. I may have been butchering it, but it's like someone who got like giant ass like dildos that's like the size of, like someone's leg is like literally like shoving this up their butt, and they're just like that's their entire thing.
I mean that's kind of crazy, but that's not
crazy.
Two Girls One Cup
It's,
though.
yeah, it's not to the same extent as Two Girls One Cup. It's like not as culturally significant, but it's like if you had to ask me, like the closest thing I could think of would probably be that, because like I guess like a couple years ago, we'd probably say like tentacle hentai, but then everyone's like, whatever about that now. So
I mean, tentacle hentai is pretty tame compared to eating shit.
it is tame.
So.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
like freshman year, like people kept saying like search up blue waffle. I remember that.
All right, yeah.
I still don't know what that is.
I was and I literally went into that thinking, oh, it's a waffle that's blue. I was like, I shouldn't be worried. I should have been worried.
You know what's funny? I actually searched up blue waffle like a couple years ago, like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and I expected to see something dirty. Nope, I just got legit like blue colored waffles instead. Like, all right, cool, whatever.
Oh, the meme died.
Lego.
The meme, they just or like it got replaced with memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't even. I imagine what it was, but like I didn't get it, and I wasn't curious enough. Like, oh well, whatever. Go check it out. Yeah, the only aside from the actual shit eating in Two Girls One Cup, I remember like
I haven't seen it.
yeah the second
two cups,
most
one girl. That was a hoot.
the most significant thing about that video I remember was like the music, the piano that played. Like I don't remember what it sounds like today, but if you were like to play like a video of that right now, I would like recognize it immediately. Like, I remember that piano.
Hey, this from Two Girls One Cup.
Exactly.
Can you imagine doing like a piano concert? You know, like you're just playing the piano and you play that song, and you just know some people that are making faces. You know they know what it is. You know?
Those videos of people playing the piano at like a airport, those public pianos that you can play. Someone plays like the song from Two Girls One Cup there.
You know, there's just one person, and they're just like, man, what a pleasant song. I hope there's nothing associated with this song in some
Guy
way.
in the back having flashbacks.
Crying in the corner, like, I don't want it anymore.
There's like one guy with a face of disgust, another guy just like unzipping his pants. I'm like, yes, I remember this.
It's been years since I've heard this tune.
It brings me back.
It brings back my childhood.
Yeah, it's funny for enough. It was like some of us. It was our childhood because we were that young when we saw it.
Meme. When he takes a bite of the thing and he goes back to his... It flashbacks to his childhood. While the piano's playing.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Literal scat porn is his childhood. That's a sad childhood. That's
You know,
that you need to call
some
Child
people-
Protective Services.
There's some kids who are playing like Minecraft or Among Us, and they're like their first porn experience is with those games.
Yeah. Or Fortnite.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Took Out One Cup, obviously, but it's something to think about, right? Like,
How do you have Minecraft porn?
It exists.
it's in blocks.
It's in box.
Yeah.
Everything's in
Yeah.
box.
Okay.
I've never seen it, but I
I don't know what can
seen
be off of that,
thumbnails
but
of
I
it.
guess if you're like a really horny 13-year-old, I guess you can. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're
Hey.
into what you're into.
I don't get it because there's like other stuff that actually like looks like real people, but yeah, to each their own, I guess.
Creeper explodes. Wink, wink.
I mean, if I learned anything from the opening days of Overwatch, is that sex is a huge motivator for people to get really creative and up their skills when it comes to like animation and all that.
I feel like Overwatch
Yeah.
porn was like the breakthrough in animated porn.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
and like
I
3D.
remember, I think it was, like last year, like the lead developer, like somebody asked him, like, how do you feel that your game's like in the top, one of the top like most like
Most
porn
search.
content, and then porn content on the internet, and he he just laughed it off. He's like, hey, like I'm glad people are expressing their creativity on there. As long as it's not hurting anyone, then like I'm all for it.
Yeah, as long as it's nobody's hurt. It's not hurting anybody. I think it's fine.
You think Jeff Kaplan ever like busted enough to one of those videos?
Definitely.
He's like, hello, Widowmaker.
Ah, yes.
Not Widowmaker. It's definitely Zarya.
Do you still play Overwatch, Jerome?
I do.
That's just
Yeah.
like status on Discord. It's just something the 4400 some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I see it, but I'm like, what's 4400? Cause I remember searching it up, like the ranks in Overwatch for competitive, and I'm like, it's like either these are outdated or I just don't know what 4400 means because like the numbers seem off from the actual symbols.
Is that like the ELO number or something, Joram?
Yeah, so it's it's GM, and in a lot of cases, it's like low tier top 500.
Mm.
Mm.
So then, is that the number you're going for? Is like GM and all that?
Yeah.
Man, this guy trying to go pro, man.
Yeah.
Indeed. Highest ever got was like high diamond to like almost reaching like master. I think that was like the next rank after diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost got there, but then I think by that time I was already burnt out. I'm like, I don't care as much
quit after
anymore.
silver. I was like, this shit's stupid. I always get the stupid people on my team.
Oh wait, did we do our? Sorry, I just realized this is almost the end of the year. Did we do our annual Overwatch game yet?
We did.
Annual Overwatch.
Did we do that at the beginning of this year?
We did.
Did we?
it
I think so.
In the beginning or like near summertime.
Oh shit, that means in like 2 weeks we can play again.
Just at one annual Overwatch game, we were like, yes. Now I remember why we stopped playing.
And we played it, and then I remember like a couple weeks later we played Valorant also.
Yeah.
Dean and I have like kind of got back into Valorant a little bit, but not to the extent we were before. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played since. Fuck, when was it when we last played a lot?
Probably
Long time ago.
Yeah,
The
long
last-
time ago.
The last time I played Valorant was I think with you guys, but that was a while back.
Do you remember when that was? Because it's within like a month or two after that I stopped playing.
Probably
Definitely,
like around
maybe-
summertime or before that.
Around
Yeah.
the summer.
It was at
Yeah.
when Astra came. Or yeah,
No.
Astra, KO.
KO
Right before
was
KO.
pretty new. Yeah.
Yeah. Around the time KO came out, and then we stopped.
I think I know that the new character came out, Chamber. I think it is. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're doing a good job of releasing like characters, like spacing them out at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's like a lot more different from how they did with Overwatch, where they just kept rapid firing, adding new characters, and you're just like, these are just kind of like downgraded versions of the ones that already.
Valorant's been pretty big as of late. I know there's
Yeah.
Their esports league has really been.
Yeah, it's very entertaining to watch our esports leagues, like how people think. And play the game.
Yeah, judging by the numbers I'm looking on Twitch just now, it looks like they're the #1 game, with Apex Legends being like slightly behind.
Oh yeah, Apex is starting to get back pretty.
Yeah, Apex died out and then came back.
Yeah, I wonder what they're doing right then, because I know they're like a hero-based shooter as well, but as a battle royale, right? That's the thing, and yeah, like, what are they doing that's different? Is this just a hero thing? Because Fortnite is like almost half of what Apex is right now.
I'm not really sure. I don't know.
It's
that
a hero
much about
thing,
Apex.
and then I think some of it's the map. Because back then it was just like same old map, same everything. But like they changed it.
It could be just. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably doing something right because they're staying pretty relevant. And then behind Apex Legends, what I'm seeing, Call of Duty's right behind them with Warzone, and behind Call of Duty, it's Halo Infinite. Obviously, Twitch isn't like the best metric as to like what's popular. There's probably some better ones, but based off of this, yeah, it seems like
Halo Infinite is probably the most decent game that came out. That's a shooter.
Yeah.
Battlefield 2042.
Multiplayer is free too, right? So that's like easy barrier. There's like no barrier to entry. You just download it and play.
I played Battlefield 2042 for like maybe a few days, and was like.
I'm surprised you guys haven't been playing that because I saw you guys go on Battlefield 5, but 2042 already came out.
Simple fact: it requires Windows 10, and I'm still on 7.
Halo. I've been playing a lot more, but the game that I've been aside from Overwatch is Valheim. I've been really playing a lot of.
Oh yeah, I've thought about getting to that. I reckon like that would be like a fun game for all of us to get into, but then
Valheim.
I just didn't.
Is it like a battle royale or?
It's like Minecraft, but Vikings.
Yeah,
so it's
Minecraft.
art.
Viking Minecraft.
It's art.
Yeah,
but Vikings.
And there's kind of like raid bosses, I think. As well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Minecraft with Vikings and boss fights. So
that's cool.
It's multiplayer. I reckon that'll be like a fun game for us to play, but then I don't know. I just never brought it up. But it looks like really good.
Oh yeah, I wasn't about to buy it too. I was just like, I want to try.
I mean, it's 25% off right now, so it's $15 and 20. It's not a big difference, but it is on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for between 1 to 10, so we can get quite a people if you were to.
Yeah.
Is it via server, right? Or
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that may or may not be our next game. A new game, finally, because we've been just like, all right, I guess we'll just play Battlefield again, just because we stick with what we know. We freaking re-downloaded PUBG again yesterday.
I go on Civ like once or twice, maybe a month, just to check how it is.
How's
just to make sure my hours are still up ahead of Paul?
Are you moved on to 6 yet, Paul, Joram? Because I think
I did, and
6 is very confusing.
I'm still not used to it. It is more confusing.
I am the same.
Is it like
I also have
one you
6.
have with all the DLC, or is it just like the base game?
I believe this one has all the DLCs because they finally came out with they finally had one that like the complete edition for Civ 5. They finally released one for Civ 6.
Yeah, I bought Civ 6 last year for the Christmas sale, and with all the DLC. But then
one you guys have?
After I bought it, more DLC came out, so I'm like, fuck.
Is the Platinum Edition the one you guys have? Is it the Anthology bundle?
I got the base.
I know Dean got the base, but
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't touch Civ 6 enough because I just don't like the movement in that game.
I haven't played Civ in a while, but I still feel attached to Civ 5, even though.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because I'm just used to it more, but it feels more fluid in Civ 5 than in Civ 6.
Yeah. Even the scouts in like Civ 6 feel clunky and hard to move. Mm-hmm. Just because like even though they have 3 movement as opposed to 2, if you get like to like a tree or a hill or forest area, like already takes up 2 movement, and if you want to like move on to another hill, well, I guess you're pretty much just stuck there. So you're just essentially just do like 1 movement. So it's pretty much the same as like any other unit then. Which is like, it's just dumb. Where's my 2 movement where I can just go through hills and trees like freely? I hate it. So yeah, I haven't touched Civ in a while, especially since I've just been playing RuneScape.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, it is a lot to ask for, but you know, maybe one of these days there'll be like a good MMO we can play that's free, and we can do stuff together and it isn't shit like Terra.
I wish. I think Bandai is making one called Blue Call.
Bandai Namco?
Yeah, Bandai Namco. Bamco.
What other Bandai is there?
I don't know.
There's always
Japanese word. There's a bunch of them.
There's always Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you guys are.
That's true.
Wait,
that is true. That is also free.
Which one is that?
Oh yeah.
Which
one? Is that new?
Star Wars. They are making a new Star Wars game, and there is a remake coming out on the PS5, I believe. I think.
No, that was for PC also.
Oh really?
What?
Oh, okay.
A remake of the MMO?
I believe so.
Ooh.
Because they're coming out with new a new DLC for it like sometime beginning of next year, I think.
I would like. I'm in no place to talk because I play RuneScape. I play old school RuneScape, but I would be a little bit more interested in playing like a new Star Wars MMO if like they up the graphics on that. Because like you look at the cinematics for like the Old Republic, that looks badass. But then you look at the game, you're like,
no, yeah.
This is kind of a big drop. All right, at least with like old school RuneScape, is like I know what I'm getting into. I'm coming here for like the old school graphics.
You got debated.
But you didn't. You have the new texture update and shit. HD graphics, yeah.
It's not like the complete. It's not the same as like the 2008, 2009 HD graphics though. It's like
I mean, it's still pretty good.
It's more just it's close, but still old school. Just like better lighting.
Mm.
That's how I see it.
But yeah. I've been. I'm just might as well ask. Joram, have you seen the new Spider-Man yet? Is it? I hear good things about it. Is it like?
I have not watched it.
Oh,
okay.
I'm planning to watch it sometime next week when I get back from Tahoe.
Okay. Because I hear like people rate this pretty high amongst even all the entire Spider-Man
that is what
trilogies.
I'm thinking as well.
Yeah, and Spider-Man is like probably the only superhero in the Marvel thing I'd care enough to watch the movies for.
Yeah, this is your childhood favorite hero.
Yeah, and plus, yeah, I think the movies are usually pretty good. Like, there's problems with each trilogy, like with the Tobey Maguire one. I think the acting wasn't very good, but the premise was good, but the acting was pretty bad.
Hey, that dance was amazing. The dancing through the street.
Spider-Man 3 one, yeah.
Peak acting, right there.
And then people didn't like the Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
The Andrew Garfield.
I enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I thought they weren't that bad.
They weren't that bad, but it didn't capture the Peter Parker essence. It captured Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then Tom Holland, like I said previously, I like his acting, but I feel like the premises for the first 2 movies have been pretty shit. Like especially Far From Home. I think Far From Home is probably like one of the worst Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, this one's really good.
Like no one wants to see Spider-Man in Europe. Like that's not a thing people care about.
I actually didn't watch that one.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay.
I did not. I know what happens.
Aren't you a Marvel fan, JP? What happened to that?
It came after Endgame, and I'm like, okay, nothing really matters to me right now because one, anything after Endgame is not gonna matter as much to me anymore because that part of the MCU was just so good. I don't know how they can top this. I'm like, yeah, I can stand to miss a few of the Marvel movies that come out after Endgame. And the track record after Endgame has not been the greatest. I mean, I
hear what's the recent one? Was it Eternals? I hear that one was pretty bad.
Yeah, I didn't bother to watch that. I didn't bother to watch Black Widow. Shang-Chi was the one that I went to go watch.
I watched
that one was
Disney
pretty solid.
Plus. Not sponsored.
I hear it was good, but I'm just like worried. That's just one of those situations where because it's like an all Asian cast, people are gonna give it a higher rating than it deserves. Because people did that with Crazy Rich Asians, and that movie wasn't very good.
I think it's the same thing. I mean, it's good in a sense that they introduce a new element to it in the MCU of like the martial arts and everything.
Yeah.
And like the martial arts choreography, which I thought was really good. Probably the best out of a good amount of the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
But in terms of, like,
that's probably fine. But my biggest problem with Marvel movies just like the choreographing has been pretty terrible. It's always like punch, cut, kick, cut, flying away, cut. It's just like okay, like I can't really get into this.
But in terms of like story wise, like it's it's your generic Marvel MCU movie.
I gotcha. As a Marvel fan, do you feel like the Marvel movies are kind of overdone? Like there's like too much of them now?
I believe so. And I can feel it because every time a new Marvel movie comes out, I just don't have that same hype that I once did. And again, I think it's just probably because of like Endgame. Endgame like closed that saga for like a lot of people. So like any movie after it, like, and it just doesn't hit the same way as when it used to, because like everyone's looking for, oh my gosh, like everything's leading up to like that end game, like what's gonna happen when like all of them like finally come together. Right now it's just more like everyone's like every story is fragmented in its own little universe, and we kind of really don't see which direction the MCU is headed right now. So
okay, but you know what's gonna head to a good direction? Not the MCU, but the NCU, the Nincompoops Cinematic Universe. It's coming together, okay? We brought back Kenny for this episode. We brought back Joram. One of these days, Jeffrey's gonna be brought back for a surprise movie return, and
Jeffrey's Captain America. He's buried somewhere in ice.
We've been hyping this for over a year. When is it going to happen?
It takes a while to fall,
Just keep watching the NCU episodes, and you'll find out. Okay, you just need to stay tuned to the plot line over here.
One of these days, everyone will be back. Everybody.
One day. All right. How you feeling, boys?
That's an hour and 20, and then that'll be it for now. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode with our guests, and if you guys want the guests to return, just say so in the comments. Just comment whatever the fuck. Let us know if you guys are liking what's going on. If you guys like the webcam and like having Joram and Kenny back, comments are always welcome. Whether it's like on Twitch chat or on the YouTube comments. If you want to watch us live every week, we're live every Wednesday 6:30 PST right now, PDT whenever daylight saving changes. We start around the same time every single time, or we try to anyway. And if you want to watch us on YouTube, we already have episodes 1 through 64 with quite a few of them having Joram in them and quite a few of them having Kenny in them. So you're not just hearing my voice all the time. I do most of the intros though, or outros though, so you will have to get used to that.
I'm like, how dare you?
The intros, however, are not as good as the outros. Unfortunately, it's just the nature of the podcast.
Wow.
But yeah, all that's up on YouTube. All the links you would need for whatever is in the description below of whatever platform you're watching us on. And yeah, that's about it. As always, hope you guys have one more time. And that's about it. Peace.
See ya.
Laters.